everyone
Andy.
watching on the beach going, oh my God, he's going to be all right.
It was pretty scary, so this guy had to go and rescue him.
Or whatever. Morning, we're leaving town.
Yep.
And I think we've done city life for a couple of days now.
Yeah.
It's been so funny. But fancy a little bit of chilling by the sea again.
Yeah, I think after coming from the desert, which was so quiet, really relaxed, you kind of come into these big cities and yeah, it can be quite...
It's frantic energy,
isn't it? It's just a change, yeah. And I think where we've kind of settled into that chilled vibe, come in, it can feel a little bit overwhelming at times.
Yeah, plus Lindsay flies home. Well, we've got, 4 days,
yeah.
So we need to make the most of some time together as well. So we've parted from the others briefly. See you in a bit, see you in a week. Just for a couple of days by the sea. I missed them
already though.
I know, it's such good company.
It's been brilliant, like we've laughed so much, we've eaten some great food. Jackie's an amazing cook. Thank you, Jackie.
Yeah, if you're ever going to travel in a caravan with other people, when you're in a little convoy, it's nice to know you've got an amazing cook on board.
Yeah, oh, she's incredible.
Right, let's put in Imsouane. 6 hours 27, so 6.5 hours. It's pretty dusty and windy today as well. I'll flip you around, you can see some of the dust and the paperwork flying about.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Gotta say, these mountains are so windy, they do make me a little bit nervous.
Are you nervous?
Yeah. I'm sitting here holding on for dear life, like every bend I'm like, ooh. And because it's kind of like just a drop, yeah, it does make your little heart go.
The roads are long in Morocco, and pit stops they're essential. What's the name? Just stopped for some brunch at Tasnacht, and they're very friendly. Welcome.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
That must be Tasnacht.
Nice and hot.
Bloody hot.
And having eyed up the other table's food, looks pretty good. So I ordered a cheese omelette. What are you getting?
I'm getting a chicken kebab. We topped up with petrol. They do it all for you.
Yeah.
So you typically give them like a 5 tip, just because they've done it. But the last lad is saying, you got any alcohol?
Yeah.
Although this is a country where they don't drink, they all drink. So I gave him a beer. He was chuffed. You always have eyes watching you.
Thanks.
Could never eat alone here. You will be sold a carpet or a rug whilst you're here. It will happen. And don't forget, they are all original and they all took years to make by hand in the desert. Honest, mate. Just accept it.
The country of carpet in all Morocco. Vegetable color we make in.
Yeah.
You know, saffron, henna, indigo, displaced.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Good traveling
Bye.
and good luck again, my friend.
Had to keep moving though, because we had somewhere very special to be.
Good morning.
So we did the bleary-eyed drive all the way here through the dark rather than staying
We did.
elsewhere. Just well camped up on the street, and it looks like it's a proper bohemian, laid-back kind of vibe here.
It's proper cool. As we drove through last night, there was some quirky little cafes, and you can just tell the people just chilled out, having a nice time. You can just feel the vibe, can't you? As soon as you drive in, there's a vibe here, and you can feel it.
I think by all accounts, principally, this is a fishing village historically, but it's very much the surf territory now.
Not a fishing village anymore. It's been taken over by wild surfers.
But we will have a little walk up because I'm sure there is still a very fishing-like environment. But we still need to get hold of some bloody wetsuits, don't we? They must hire some around here if we can't buy them.
Oh, I just choked at the coffee.
You all right there, chicken?
Yeah, I need a new wetsuit. don't know whether to buy one and leave it in the van because Andy keeps taking my one out, which is all well and good until we get somewhere like here, and then I'm like, "You got my
shit.
wetsuit?" No, so
This is the tricky thing, isn't it? You put stuff in storage and you forget to get it back out again. You're like, oops.
I don't put stuff in storage, and I
do.
definitely wouldn't put wetsuits in storage when I've got surfboards in the car.
My bad.
Really like it here. Them little trucks with just the little trailers on the back. Everyone seems to have them. Just gonna go for a little wander down the high street. As you do. All your classics, all your little cafes, which look quite quirky.
What is definite is that you can hire wetsuits. There's no doubt about looking at all the wetsuits that are
Yeah,
out and about.
so we could hire a wetsuit, but it's chilled. Everything feels like a slower pace. It's got this buzz in the air, like while I'm here I feel excited. Considering we might not make it to the blue city, this will do.
This is blue enough.
This is blue enough. Oh look. Oh, we did it. Woohoo. Hee hee. So, just been on a loop round. Seems like a lot of cafes. A lot of places to go and eat. Little stalls, lots of surf shops, lots of smiles. 10 out of 10 from me. Oh, look at this little car. This is cool.
Happy Bay. I'm off the hook. Just speaking to young Joseph there, and he hires the wetsuits for under £3. What,
Under
£2.80
three, yeah,
or something?
£2.80
So,
for a wetsuit hire.
I
And
think-
that's for the whole day.
so I think I've done the right thing there. It means we haven't got to carry around wetsuits, which is the
Yeah.
worst part of it. So
It's lucky we're not in the UK and we have to hire them, because it would have been like, well, hate to think how much hiring a wetsuit for a day would be over there. But 30 dirham, we can deal with that, can't we?
it's freaking hot. I have to say, I know I've got my denim jacket on, but bloody hell.
And we are sat. Can I just show you my view from where I'm sat? I'm sat here, and this is what I'm watching this morning. That's my view while I have my breakfast and coffee. It's not too shabby, is it? Lucky, aren't we? No, very grateful to be able to live this life and do this, aren't we?
Just done that conversion on 30 dirhams. Works out at £2.37.
There you go. So cute.
There's a lot of rubbish everywhere though. What can you do?
Bins.
There are bins even if they're turned over. Found the toilets and the showers, so that's blasted handy. And there are stalls with all the usual bits and bobs. So we've just got clocked by the parking attendant, and it's did you say 3 dirhams or 30 dirhams?
30 dirhams.
So again, it's like £2.37, I think we decided that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For the night. So although we got a freebie last night, it's kind of reassuring we're allowed to be there, because there are signs everywhere about no overnight parking, but there's obviously vans everywhere, and he's the official attendant with the high vis, and he
Yeah.
said it's fine, no, park overnight, you've paid.
He was really lovely actually. He said if you need anything I'll be sat over and
That's
like,
true,
Yeah,
so
so he was really cool.
kind of like security as well. Looks like there's little accommodations everywhere.
Yeah.
Loads and loads of little. I'd be interested to see online how much this sort of stuff costs to be in one of these little apartments right on the front. They're wicked. Right, we better go and see how cold this water is. What you saying? Ain't that cold?
It's not too bad actually. I was expecting it to be colder. Yeah, it's not warm though, is it? But it's pleasant.
So we've done a deal with our mate Joseph for 2 wetsuits, and I wanted to go on a bigger board. So I've hired a bigger board, 2 wetsuits for under a tenner for the day. I said, do you want some ID, some driving licence or something? He said, no, we'll do it on trust. And just let us take it. I said, when do we bring it back? He said, whenever, sunset, whenever you're ready.
This is why we rarely get the boards out. There's a lot of time and effort goes into this. And I'm going to borrow Andy's board because, as you can see, Andy's one's at the bottom and it's got the fins on already. Mine hasn't, so that would mean we'd have to do all that as well. So it's just easier.
It's freaking thirsty work though.
You can tell we haven't used the board for a while. That dust.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
That was a bit of a ordeal. Bloody tide took us so fast all the way down the beach, so by the time you get your bearings as to where you are, you're suddenly miles out. Those waves are going sideways.
Yeah, so what was happening is we was getting pulled out further and further and even back. In the end, this guy had to come and rescue. Well, I managed, I prayed.
Oh, we can show you from up here. Our nightmare surf today started in this area here, very easy, but all of a sudden the tide drew us all the way along here so fast, but it was also pushing us further and further out. So
Yeah,
luckily
it's quite scary, wasn't it?
we managed to get back in, but it was exhausting.
I was actually a little bit scared out on the board today, and as we were getting sucked around in this little whirlpool thing, weren't we?
Well, it's kind of like a bit of a riptide, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I hadn't any idea it was there because we started right over there and then were just drawn over there so
Yeah.
quickly and outwards.
Yeah, and I panicked a little bit because I realised I was like paddling and just being, every time a wave comes, it's like just taking me backwards. I wasn't moving forwards, but I could see in front of me. I was like, I need to get back down there. I could see where I needed to go. And I said to Andy, I was like, I'm a bit worried. And he was like, look, you just told me to go though.
Yeah, I did. I was a hero. I said, just go, save yourself. In that respect, Lindsay, don't worry about me out here drowning. Just save yourself.
And then, yeah, I like prayed to Spirit. I was like, please help me, please help me. And then I calmed down a bit, started paddling, made my way back in. And then this guy was going past me. He was like, you all right? I was like, yeah. He was like, just keep going that way, because I was out of it by then. But Andy wasn't. He was still stuck where I was. So this guy had to go and rescuing.
It was hardly, honestly, it wasn't a rescue in the sense of a rescue, like a
He had to be
jet ski and a
rescued today.
siren and
It's okay,
everyone watching on the
Andy.
beach going, oh my God, he's going to be all
It
right.
was pretty scary. And when he got out, he's like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. I just got to go lay down, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And I was like, and he's like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me.
All right, so she's made a meal out of that.
That's the truth.
Actually, babe,
True.
I was just going along with it, yeah.
No, you didn't.
Or whatever.
Like he was saying to everyone from then, like he was like, don't go down there. He wasn't letting anyone in the water this way because it was just, taking everyone out.
So I had some gentle assistance, I would suggest, from
Yeah.
that very handy man to have been there at the right time. We were just debating, we've had such a lovely time here that we should actually stay another day. Oops. Yeah, who wouldn't want it? Guess who's too cold to watch sunset?
Oh, it's really chilly now.
It is so warm. I know I've got my
But
jacket on
look
again.
at the sunset.
I know, but the fact is, you're like wrapped up saying, ooh, shivering next to me. It's not even cold. We're sat on a rock. The actual rock is dishing up heat and all.
Really smart. Oh. And then show him on not sunset.
Oh, you want to see sunset? It's gone behind a bit of a
Cloud. You can't
cloud.
see the sun.
But anyway, I've got a warm bum from a lovely warm rock,
So,
and the breeze is warm. But it's been a wicked day, so we're going to get some dinner. There's quite a vibrant sort of town centre here. Town's a bit of a, sounds a bit too grand because it's actually just a huddle of surf shops and little bars and restaurants, but it's definitely got an atmosphere of fun and yeah, it's just cool.
Nice, happy, chilled, cool vibes.
So it was a lucky recommendation, this one, and we'd certainly recommend it to anybody else. Look at her climbing up, like a little billy goat. Will she make it? Oh, she did. She said close it the last time. Hey, Lindsay. You turned around the wrong way, you nutter.
Fancy a coffee?
I'll have a coffee. What, you going to make me one or buy us one?
Or we could buy one from this little...
Ah, we could buy one. As we said, it's a slightly quieter evening setup than we expected.
Yeah, we come out thinking it was going to be really buzzing.
The afternoon was heaving, so we kind of thought Saturday night here would be a little bit of a
Yeah, so we went out for a
evening
stroll
vibe.
and went to see, and
We're going
there's
back.
not much, there's not much going on tonight. Verdict. Initially, I got here and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's my favourite place. Rah. It's got beautiful beaches, but it's lacking something, and I don't know what it is. Even when we went out at night, there wasn't really a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the day, but at night I was expecting to go out and have some live music and things. It was just very quiet. I actually prefer Tagazout of an evening. Because it's got some beautiful bars across, face out towards the sea. They've got a really nice vibe. It just feels like it's got more of a vibe for me in the evening. This during the day, and it's cool, and it's a very young feel.
Yeah,
you know?
real youthful, fun vibe about it.
Yeah, but here is beautiful. But I did feel, I even said to Andy, I said, I feel a bit old to be here because it's so young and vibrant and cool surfer dudes. And don't get me wrong, they're wicked. It's got such a cool vibe. So, okay, let me put it for you how I would suggest if you was coming over to Morocco. So, Imsouane, where we stayed, very chilled out, very family orientated, a lot of families there. Which,
Water sports.
Water sports, which if you've got kids, like you want all that. They didn't have any of that on Tagazout from what I saw, but again, it's out of season. Here, again, just it's for surfers, definitely, isn't it?
Oh
It's a
my
surfing
days,
town.
it's a surf mecca, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was amazing. But yeah, Tagazout for me just had that little bit more of an edge. It just had a little. It's like a mix between this and Imsouane Tagazout. So it's got the family bit, but it's got the coolness and it's got the bit in between.
Right, thanks for that, Judith Chalmers.
What do you think?
I just thought it was wicked. A little
I
bit
thought-
tatty around the edges, but then that suits the charm of the place. I liked it just the way it was. I thought it was wicked. I thought it was wicked. I thought it was wicked. Anyhow's top
Yeah.
review there. You might notice that Lindsay's looking very, very ethereal and
I've got my gear
beautiful
on, haven't I?
in a robe because we're off to Marrakech.
We are.
So we're up early and out of there early because we've got to do a little bit of a driving stint of
Yeah.
about four and a half
4
hours.
hours.
But you look beautiful.
Oh, well, considering this morning he didn't like this dress. And he was like,
No,
oh,
no. All I'm
rolling
thinking is,
his eyes.
we've all done. If we've got kids and you take them to Disney and they wear their bloody
I said I feel
Disney
like a
outfit
princess
just
in
because they're
this
going to Disney.
that's what I'm wearing. And I bought this for my ceremonies because it's angelic, and when I'm doing healing, it's nice to feel good.
Well, you look beautiful. Well done, you.
And yeah, I think this would be a really nice ceremony dress, and I like it. That's it.
Well, Marrakech won't know what's it and will they when you rock up?
No, they won't. And I've got my beautiful little boy coming in for snuggly cuddles. Oh, it's been lovely being back with this little scrumptious little thing.
It was one other thing I did notice. It was a hell of a lot warmer on the coast than we've been having those days that we spent inland,
Yeah.
where at night it gets cold. It only just dropped to mild figures at the coast.
Yeah.
So
It was, yesterday we went for a long stroll along the beach, took the dog for a walk. It was beautiful. It's perfect temperature this time of year. For anyone, it's pretty much the same as our British summer.
without the rain,
On a good run. It's been sunny the whole month I've been here.
mid-20s.
Yeah. The weather has been beautiful, and I'm so grateful because I'm dreading flying back tomorrow to England, to the cold, to the wet, to the oppression, to all the... I go back to England, I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but it feels like you've got a boot stamping on your head. It's just constant. I can't sit here and moan about it. It is the way it
You've
is.
done a pretty good job,
No,
mate.
but what I'm saying is it's made me realise that being in the UK is it's depressing.
Now it looks as if we're about 20 minutes outside the city of Marrakech, and already the change in traffic
Yeah.
and people's mentalities is like, it's chaos.
Yeah.
But you just have to come back next week to see how we fared in what turns out to be, well, probably our least favourite city stop of the whole tour. So please check in and find out why. Don't forget also to like, subscribe, tell your mates, give us a share. Stay in touch in the comment section. Check us out on Insta. Oh, you can even get yourself a sticker if you buy us a coffee. Really appreciate that. We'll see you then.